What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a different video that I am posting. If you guys know who I am a chain reaction builder / domino builder, and throughout my career, I noticed that there were a lot of builders that use foreign objects in their machines or domino setups, whatever they use. And today, I'm gonna be telling you guys. Sorry about that. My cat's got in a tangle. But anyways, guys, I'm going to talk about some of the best things and some of the worst things used in chain reaction art. And if you find something on my worst list and you enjoy using them, that's great. This is just my personal opinion, and I'm glad that you like using something that I personally don't like to use, or I just don't like seeing them in machines. And there's another option, and it's that they can be a little dangerous to use. But other than that, guys, excuse me, let's go on to the top 5 worst things used in chain reactions, and then I'm going to go into the best. So we're going to start with the worst and then go into the best. So let's start. Coming in at number 5, the hammers. I'm going to say hammers because they do have one thing that they can do, which is very creative, and that is to launch something up. Like you can go from launching a board, like a zigzag board, or like a whole bunch of cups at once. However, there is something very risky about a hammer, which kind of makes it on my worst list. One, it's the amount of risk you have when you you can dent your table, and that's an expensive fix to say the least. But other than that, although I do like the trick of using hammers, and I'd like the idea, it can be a bit dangerous, and if you accidentally hammer your thumb, that's also a problem. But other than that, it's a nice thing to use, but whatever you guys do, be careful when using hammers. You're more than welcome to use these things in chain reaction art, but careful. At number 4 is water. The reason why water is on my worst list, and this doesn't just include water, I'm also including either liquid material like cough medicine or soda or wine, alcohol, you name it. But if you're gonna use liquid, be mindful of what you use it on, especially knowing that's an interesting truck, but anyways. Especially knowing what water is gonna run on. Like if it's rolling down a track and there's paper on that track, it can ruin the paper. If it's going down a marble funnel, it's a good way to get it washed, and it might not function very well. And also the possibility of water coming outside of the marble run is very high, and if there's something like paper, you can ruin the paper. So what I recommend you use instead of paper is towels, because that's the only thing it's only gonna soak everything up. And not only that, you have the option to literally put it into the washing machine and you'll be good to go, really. And another thing that I prefer drinking water, and I don't really want to use it in a chain reaction, but yeah. If you have it in a water bottle and it's sealed, that's the water doesn't spill, that's an exception, but still, you're welcome to use water, but it's just not my recommendation for me. No. Number 3, food products, like any food products in general. The reason why I say food products is because I have a dirty basement in my house. And if you guys use food products, and well, one, the food can go bad, and if you do end up eating it, you could possibly get really sick. And if you have so many fails in a machine and a food is easily rollable, that's also an issue. And not only that, the food might actually go bad if used multiple times, and your only option is to throw it away later, making it kind of useless. But is it worth your machine, though? Yeah, pretty much. But other than that, I mean, it's nothing terrible to say the least, but like Joseph's machines really likes using food products, and he like cut a cucumber in half in one of his machines. I thought that was exquisitely amazing. He uses food products in pretty much most of his machines, which is an exception for him, but for me, I just wouldn't recommend it. There were a few times when he used a pineapple and potatoes in a machine, but whatever you do, well, actually, it was more of a domino screening than a machine, but still, I'm not using food products anymore. Just saying, yeah, so don't use food items unless your name is Joseph Hersher, or if you're a professional at doing chain reaction art, then the choice is yours. Just do whatever you want, and there's no rush. Moving on. Alright, number 2 is fire. Like, the only time fire has actually been used is like matches like slowly burning, but that in like a domino effect, like a chain reaction. But or if your name is Kaplan Minot, you probably blew up a firecracker. You made fire like bounce off a piece of paper, go into a domino line. That's creative, but using fire in a chain reaction is consistently to be a fire hazard waiting to happen. Especially knowing, like, if you're gonna, like a candle used to burn a string to trigger a domino line, I mean, that's pretty creative and all, but still, fire is a fire hazard, and it's kind of not hard to see why. Because let's say you light something on for too long, and you forget to blow it out, you just committed arson in your house, really. I'm sorry, I just had to commit a joke there, but still. If you want to keep your house, I would probably regret using fire, because it can burn down your building area, and you don't want that. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about fire, but yeah, but on that note, before we get to number 1, I'm going to tell you guys the best ever chain reaction materials to use in a chain reaction. So we did the worst, now we're going to do the best. We're going to come back to number 1 later. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. I am so sorry for that cliffhanger. But anyways, guys, here are the top 5 best things to use in chain reactions. Coming in at number 5, ping pong balls. Like, these things are fresh. Like, pretty much the only thing used in chain reactions for a ball to roll down a track are ping pong balls. Like, they're just that good. And anyways, like, I mean, they're freshly used. They're like the most popular things used. And like, can you imagine what chain reaction art doesn't use ping pong balls? As a matter of fact, there is, but he shows a ping pong ball in the video and just throws it across the room, and it was like, enjoy. So that is still a video with a ball in it, because he does show like balls, like an exercise ball, real basketballs, fake basketballs, ping pong ball. He forgot golf ball, but hey, whatever. But ping pong balls are definitely recommended for any user who's getting into machines. Definitely use ping pong balls in a machine. And speaking of useful balls, coming in at number 4 is billiard balls. Now, this is one of the few things that I don't actually own on my best list, but other than that, they're very useful in every every way possible, because because if you need something heavy to like weigh down a board, the billiard balls are the materials for you. There's actually not much else to say about them, but like, go watch like Sir Gable G or Jagged Ball Space 98 or pretty sure the Invention 11 or Joel's Inventions. My bad, sorry. I said his name wrong again, did I? But anyways, definitely consider watching their videos, because not only that, they are great with billiard balls, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. And number 3, we have none other than electronic devices. Now, I don't mean electricity, like actual electricity used like they use in Domino Masters. What I mean is stuff like a phone or a fan, anything, hairdryer, anything you can basically plug into an outlet of your wall. Those are really good for chain reactions, and not only that, they're very creatively made as well. All you gotta do is plug in and turn on the fan, and you're good to go. Or if you have a phone and you need to make a phone call, let it vibrate and you're good to go as well. Or you can turn on your timer. That's really special, my friends. But yeah, but that's pretty much all I gotta say about those. And number 2 for best tricks tracks. The reason why these things are not up on a list is because they are expensively pricey, especially on especially on Amazon. Holy cow, they are expensive, yes. But if you really think about it, they do have great potential in machines. I don't have very many tricks tracks, but they are great for machines. No contests either. Excuse me. But literally, anyone can get them. They're easy to use, easy to attach, and easy for a ball to roll down. Just like Hot Wheels tracks. Hot Wheels tracks didn't quite make this list. It's like 6 or 7 on the list. But other than that, they're still very useless. I mean, useful. What am I saying? And finally, number 1, but I did leave you guys on that cliffhanger and of the worst list, and I'm going to finish the list right now. And yeah, I'm gonna finish the list of the worst things to use in chain reactions. And no, I'm not trying to offend anyone, but number 1, musical instruments. Really. Because these things are generic. I mean, not really generic, but still, why? They can be a bit uncreative at times. Like a ball rolls down a xylophone. I mean, that sounds incredibly nice and all, but still, the machine that plays the violin, that's a very creative machine, but as long as it's an adjective, that's an exception. But still, why use a musical instrument in a machine? I mean, it is a little creative, but it can be uncreative as well. Like if you're gonna let a marble bounce off a drum, it's those things are good ideas. You're more than welcome to use musical instruments, obviously, in a machine, but this is actually the only thing in machines I don't necessarily like seeing. I mean, they're creative, but I don't really like seeing them. But the other things I mentioned on the list, like fire, water, food, hammers. The reason why those 4 were not on number 1 is because I don't hate seeing those things. But musical instruments, the reason why it's on top is because I don't necessarily hate musical instruments in machines, but it's the one and the only things that I don't necessarily like seeing in machines. Part of it has to do with the fact that I am pretty much done playing music, because don't get me started, please. But anyways, like wind instruments are a little useless unless if it's a trombone, but still. I mean, there's a lot of uncreative ways to use musical instruments, though. It's just, eesh. Don't get it. Okay, fine. You want me to finish the list of the best? Alright. Number 1 best thing to use in a chain reaction are, no surprise, connects. Because what else would be on the list? I mean, connects have more potential, more mind-blowing tricks. They have more ways to use connects. They're easy to buy, easy to afford, and a lot easy and very easy to find, especially online. I don't know about Target or Toys R Us or Walmart, but you can still order them very well. I mean, Legos didn't quite make the list, but connects are even better. And you must buy some as soon as you must. I would highly recommend buying connects to every chain reaction builder, to every builder in the community, really. They are very well used, like some of the best action in the machine, some of the best, greatest ever tricks used, and yeah, they're just amazing. And also, I want to give some honorable mentions and dishonorable mentions to some of the best and worst. I'll start with the honorable ones since we started out with the worst. So it's the best's turn to be first. So honorable mentions for best ones are, of course, magnets, which I don't have yet, and Hot Wheels tracks, which didn't quite make the list. Another thing that... Sorry about that. I am so sorry about that, guys. But anyways, another honorable mention is air. If you guys don't know what I mean by air, I mean like when something gets like pushed and then air comes out to... You know what I mean. Anyways, on to the dishonorable mentions, which is, of course... Oh, and another honorable mention, dominoes. Dominoes are the most important thing used in chain reaction art. I'm not kidding. And I guess a car would also be chain reaction honorable mention, but best honorable mention, but I haven't seen those used very much. But anyways, on to the dishonorable mentions. And these are, well, weights. Because they're a little heavy, and if you accidentally drop one and they crack your floor, you have something to fix. I don't hate seeing weights, and as a matter of fact, I kind of do need weights, but still, I would recommend you be careful with weights, especially knowing that you can break something. Just like hammers. A rubber mallet might be better to use than a hammer, just saying. And another dishonorable mention is anything that's hard to use, like an umbrella. That's hard to use. I mean, you can use an umbrella. If you can find a way to use an umbrella, good. I don't know how to use one. But yeah. But anyways, these are just my opinions. If you guys have different opinions, let me know in the comments down below what you think are the worst things used in chain reactions, and give your thoughts on what the best things used in chain reaction lists are. And if you guys are new to my channel, like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and tell me what you thought. And if you guys want to see more chain reaction videos, some are on the way, and I have a few lists. I don't have some like this, but still, if you guys want to see more random content or chain reaction art, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But anyway, guys, Mr.J01 is signing off.